Prehistoric nightmares, the gruesome deaths of early humans. They lived before civilization, before cities, before written words. But their deaths, some of them echo through time with shocking brutality. From shattered skulls to frozen corpses pierced by arrows. Today, we uncover the worst prehistoric deaths ever discovered by science. Brace yourself. The past was a far more violent place than you think. In 1991, high in the Ötzi Alps, a German couple hiking near the Italian-Austrian border stumbled upon something strange. They thought it was just another fallen climber. But this wasn't an ordinary body. It was a man who had died over 5,000 years ago, his body preserved by ice for millennia. They called him Ötzi the Iceman. He was about 45 years old, tattooed, armed with a copper axe, and dressed for survival. But he didn't die from exposure or starvation. A CT scan later revealed the truth. An arrowhead lodged in his left shoulder. He had bled to death. Other wounds suggest he may have been ambushed and possibly finished off by a blow to the head. Was it a political assassination? A robbery? A tribal feud? We may never know the full story. But one thing's certain, Ötzi didn't go peacefully. Not all deaths were caused by enemies. Sometimes the killers were your own people. In a cave in modern-day Goff's Cave, England, researchers made a chilling discovery. Bones of early humans, butchered like animals. Tool marks on skulls, bones cracked open to extract marrow, and even skulls converted into drinking cups. Yes, cannibalism. This wasn't mere survival. The careful processing of the bodies suggests a ritualistic or symbolic act. And this wasn't isolated. Sites in France and Spain also show signs of Paleolithic cannibalism across multiple periods and cultures. To early humans, death wasn't always the end. Sometimes it was just the beginning of a feast. In 2012, archaeologists unearthed a prehistoric mass grave on the shores of Lake Turkana, Kenya. 12 skeletons, men, women, and even a child, lay sprawled in the mud. All showed signs of violent trauma. Crushed skulls, shattered ribs, stone arrowheads embedded in bones. One woman was bound at the wrists. This wasn't an accident. This was organized slaughter. Dating back 10,000 years, this massacre is the earliest known evidence of warfare among humans. It proves that violence isn't just a product of complex civilizations. It was deeply rooted in our prehistoric past. Fast forward to the Neolithic and Bronze Ages, and the deaths grow even more mysterious. Across northern Europe, dozens of bog bodies have been discovered, perfectly preserved in peat. Take the famous Tolland man. Found in Denmark, he looked as if he had just fallen asleep, but a noose around his neck told a different story. Many of these bodies show signs of strangulation, stabbing, bludgeoning, and drowning, sometimes all at once. Were they criminals? Victims of ritual sacrifice? The exact reasons remain debated, but the message is clear. Death in prehistory was often public, brutal, and symbolic. And of course, not every prehistoric death was at the hands of another. Some were simply the result of living in a world ruled by nature. Giant predators, harsh climates, diseases, and accidents claimed countless lives. Evidence of infected wounds, broken bones never healed, and even dental abscesses show us how fragile life truly was. Imagine surviving mammoth hunts, saber-toothed cats, and starvation, only to die from a simple tooth infection. Sometimes, the cruelest deaths came from the smallest causes. Today, we walk through museums, gazing at the remains of our ancestors. But behind each fossil, each skull, each bone, there's a story. Some of pain, some of survival, and some of unimaginable horror. The prehistoric world was not for the faint of heart, and for many, death came not as a whisper, but as a scream in the dark. If you found this glimpse into prehistoric death fascinating, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more journeys into the ancient past, right here on Prehistoric Horizons.